everybody online. How are y'all doing? We have a
Hey,
great.
Verna.
Hi.
Oh,
Happy
Hi.
holidays.
hey,
Good
we
morning.
have a wonderful meeting. I'm glad you guys are participating in here as well as out there because we really have to buckle down and get into some grit to kind of move things forward. So I'm excited about our meeting today. I wasn't saying that to stop y'all's conversation. I was really just talking to the people online. But we might as well get started. Good afternoon, everybody. Do we have everybody here who's playing with us this morning?
It's still morning.
Yeah, right. Is it? It's still morning. You're right. It feels like, well, it's Christmas and after Bold and after this. Maybe they got wind that I was, leading the team meeting and they didn't want to participate. But you guys already know the secret that like I'm probably the one that brings the most. No, I'm just playing. Right. They understand. Like Brandon says, I take y'all to church. But anyways, no, but absolutely. Good morning. We do have quite a few people online. Not few. We have a lot of people online. So I do appreciate you guys participate in here and as well as out there. He just got scolded because he forgot our anniversary. And I'm disappointed.
My name is Nimesh.
No, it has now been 2 years now that we have been assistant team leaders, and so we're excited about that. So that's our bucket. Our
it's always
bucket
a milestone when we hit our anniversary.
Yeah, because it's like Chad still
has us around.
Yeah, we're not fired. Go figure.
It's funny how you call it your anniversary.
Right. Yet we're twins. Right. And yet we introduce ourselves as twin for everybody else, but it was the same day. It's our anniversary. Yeah. So anyways, Bucket Fills, tell us
good, right?
Tell us something good. Yeah. Tell us something good. What's going on in your world, both personal and professional. I saw some people, they had kiddos graduating. Well, I guess they're not kiddos anymore, but yeah, they had some folks graduating, saw some babies dropping, saw some family members doing stuff, and then we've had some hard hits too. So
I have a bucket fill.
Yeah.
So my daughter has a new puppy. He's a year old, but he's still a little puppy. It's the first dog they've ever had. She sent me a text this morning. She says, "Mom, I've been up since 1 o'clock. It's like having a newborn."
Oh, absolutely. Those of you know. All right. Anybody else? Online as well.
I'm graduating with my Master in Higher Education Friday.
Oh, awesome, Adrian.
Thank you.
Yay. That is a thing. I had to tap out when I was working on my master's and still doing real estate. So woohoo for you. I was also like 8 months pregnant. So it was kind of hard. I tapped out at the very end. But anyways, at the very end, like it was between having the child or go do your finals. I had the child. She was very adamant about coming. Yeah, I did. Like right after having the child, no lie.
All right, anybody else?
How many people do we have online? Just because we have a small group in here, we have some guests, and I just wanted to say usually we have
Currently about 31, if I'm seeing that right. Yeah. And it's growing. More people are adding. Yep. It's the end of the year. We get it. Okay. Anybody else? Bucket fills. Tell us something good. No?
Okay, we got one. There we go.
I'm new agent Carol Haynes, and I'm getting ready to sign with a lease. But
Ooh, first transaction.
Also
a
buyer too.
Awesome. Great job, Carol. All right. Well, let's move on. We do have a lot to cover. So December, so sentimental, full of holiday cheer, as well as some stocking. We're looking for the elf on the shelf. So if you haven't been participating, no one, I've seen it several times and I can't participate. Yes.
Where?
I'm not telling you. Unless you bring me some chocolate with some, no, I'm just playing. I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen them.
You have slides.
So, yeah, so we'll get into that. So Elf on the Shelf, we have the holiday toy drive. It's ending this week. So we want to make sure we bring those toys in there. We'll talk a little bit more about that. And then Lead Gen Live, 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. So we'll talk a little bit more about that as we get into this. Elf on the Shelf. Our office is doing this nice game. Barbara is being very stealthy with how she's hiding that elf because nobody has turned anything in. But it's from December 5th to the 30th. Okay, you found it?
Today?
But did you go?
Today's what we're talking
You're
about.
supposed to go put it in. Did you put it in?
When I do, I tell.
Yeah, it's today. We have a problem today.
Okay, well, today. So when you do find the elf on the shelf, you let the front desk know. They will enter you into a drawing. Here are the rules. You can't touch the elf. Okay, you can't go hiding the elf in other places so other people don't find it. And you can't tell anyone else where he is. Okay. Christmas Eve is the last time.
23rd?
23rd? Oh, okay. It says December 30th.
23rd
Okay,
is a Friday.
23rd. No.
That's probably the last drawing.
Okay, the last drawing will be December 30th.
22nd, that'll be the last day.
Okay,
It's different every week. No.
different every time.
Depends, if it's an agent who wins
Yeah.
or if it's an assistant who wins.
So I could have played?
No, not that kind of.
Oh.
We have been given to the agent,
Yeah,
so that's
Agent
what
Bill.
we have been giving away.
Because I'm competitive. I would have won.
No.
No.
80 bucks.
No, they're good
80 bucks.
gifts.
$80 credit if you
Good
win,
gifts.
and we're doing one each week, so a couple.
Mike,
Yep.
let's wait till after the meeting to go find.
I'm just saying, I could have racked things up.
Yeah.
Right.
I think so, huh?
All right, so we have our holiday toy drive. It is benefiting, well, the Marines, right, are coming through and they're picking it up. So we're having it here on November 28th, obviously, till December 16th. So that's what, Thursday, Friday?
They pick up right around noon, so
Get your toys here. You can use it as a way to corral your sphere, right? You can reach out to them and say, hey, we're doing a toy drive, or you can say, hey, let's meet up somewhere and bring a toy, right? So utilize that, bring it in here. Let's get put some smiles on a couple of kiddos' faces. Don't forget the teenagers. You know, they like gift cards, they like electronics. Just stick with the gift cards. Let them choose what they want. We do have a class coming up today, right after our team meeting. Farming, yes, this thing still exists, right? It's a way for you to lead generate and build your business. Majestic Title and Christina Nichols and her crew are coming in to teach all about farming. They also have, very good thing. They also have a great tool that helps you understand your market of where to farm, and they can pull a lot of data for you. So you want to tap into their resources that they have that's completely complementary to you, and it can help you build your business through farming. So that's today from 1:30 to 3:30 p.m. This has been left underneath your Christmas tree. It's your HAR dues. If you have not, it's not coal. It's a gift that keeps giving. So if you have not already paid your HAR dues, we want to make sure that you pay your dues, and we reward you for that as a thank you, right? We put your name into a drawing. They've already done the first one,
In
right?
November, and the lucky winner was in-house when we pulled it.
And if you did it in November, you also have your ticket in here for December as well. But if you do it right now in December, we'll place you in the ticket there. And what do they want?
The HR.
HIR dues, yep, reimbursement,
whole year.
okay? So the whole year, $479. Show me what you got. All right, marketing, Greg.
Hi, I'm Greg St. Jordan. I'm Director of Marketing. I thought I'd just say.
Yeah, I can do my intro. Thank you. Appreciate that.
And then it wasn't even like,
Yeah,
coming
put
down
some,
like it
put
was no
some
hype.
energy into it, man. All right, hello everyone. My name is Greg. I handle the marketing at the office. Thank you. Always. So I just want to give you a quick updates. So something to know. I mean, we have our social media accounts. I'm not sure. All of you follow us on social media? Yes, no? Yes. Awesome. So, we're primarily on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. We probably post the most frequently now on Instagram, but Facebook as well. We have a lot of videos on YouTube. We're adding more videos on YouTube throughout for the first quarter, so you can see a lot of shorts videos from our agents and about our agents as well. We have different playlists on our YouTube, so if you want to follow stories of some of our top producers, you'll be able to find it on our YouTube channel. In terms of Instagram, a lot of our content, if you notice, is reposting your content. Right, so our focus is telling the story of our agents and what they're doing and their success story. So if you want to be able to be included in that story, first you have to post on your own social media. So how many of you are doing that? Okay, cool. That's awesome. And then when we see something that's really good, if you tag us, that helps us. I mean, we do just sometimes find it on our own. If you tag us, that helps us, and we'll repost it on our profile. So you'll see it on our profile. You'll see a bunch of videos and different content. We prioritize some of the reels. So if you're creating Instagram reels, we're more likely going to post it on our profile. So that's just something to know. Now, if you tag us and you're like, hey, you didn't post us, sometimes we just missed it because there's 600 agents here. So a lot of it's kind of hard to catch every single thing. And then there's some degree of quality control. So if a low resolution image or a video, we're probably not going to post it. We might share it in our story, but we might not post it on our profile. And the other thing is, if you have a post and you have your logo 10 times all over your photos and video, probably not going to repost that either, right? Because that's considered a low quality content on Instagram. Does that make sense? All right, so it still has to be visually appealing. I'm not saying not to have your logo, but if it's 10 times all over the place, probably not great. So that's just some quality control we do on social media, but our goal is to really reshare your story, give you visibility. You do get credit on our posts, so if you have your phone number on the caption, it will still be there. So just so you know. Does that sound good?
Yep.
Awesome.
I was so surprised I was on YouTube and I saw one of my shorts came in. I had to watch the very thing I created.
Yeah.
I was like, oh.
Yeah.
That was good. No.
Awesome. So one thing also, we have some templates for you guys for Christmas. So how many of you have content that you're sharing for the holidays to your database? Email, social media? Good. Okay, cool. So this is one of the most practical and easiest way to nurture your database is during the holidays. So you have the entire month of December. You could say Merry Christmas or any of the various holidays. And then of course on New Year. So right now we have a few templates that you guys can use on Agent Marketing Desk for Christmas and the holidays. Here's how you can use it. You can use it on social media. So these are all customizable. You can add your headshot and contact information as well. So you can use it on social media, and then just as important, you can send it in your email newsletter. So how many of you are sending email newsletters out? None, no one. Wow. So we have 2 people, right? How frequently do you send it? Okay, similar. So right. So ideally, you want to be sending a minimum once a month to your newsletter, right? It's a newsletter out to your database. It's a simple and practical way to nurture your database, and it shows them that you care, right? Feel fine with using the same content on your social media and your newsletter. Most people are fine with redundancy as long as it's content of value, right? So think of your businesses that you follow on social media or newsletters you sign up to. You never cancel the newsletter because you already saw it on social media. Typically, you're fine receiving both as long as it's something of value. So it's happy holidays, saying something pleasant. Easy way to do it, something that you guys can use. And there's also this other version, which is you can use for Instagram as a reel or TikTok, whatever platform that you want. All you gotta do is swap out your picture and put in your information, and you can post it. If you're using Instagram, remember Instagram picked a good Christmas song, right? Audio is the new hashtag on Instagram. So find a good audio to use, and that helps with increase the visibility of the content. So this is something that's easy for you guys to use, no cost. Just if you have any questions, of course, reach out. So that's all I got.
Cool.
Yeah. Agentmarketingdesk.com. Right there, www.agentmarketingdesk.com.
A lot of content you can download from there and brand it your way. Completely complimentary.
Yeah, you can brand it right there.
Mhm.
Send you to Canva too.
All right, who is next? I don't know, I'm
Greg, you
clicking.
broke it. Try now.
Okay,
Oh.
it's you.
Cool. All right. Got a few things going on. All right, let's get rolling. You want to join me? Yeah. All right, so first and foremost, we got a pretty cool announcement. So the one and only Chris Hurley is actually putting together a master class for team builders. Okay, so this is next week. It's Wednesday the 21st. It's 8:30 to 11:30 on Zoom. The idea of this is if you're looking to build a team or you have a team and you're looking to, how to grow that, Specifically, let me tell you exactly how he put it. Anyone that's thought of building a team or wants to know what top teams use to get the most out of the people they work with, then that's what this is about. Okay. I know, Chris, you're on, I believe, so you want to give a couple of lines to promote it.
Absolutely. If you're thinking about what are the KPIs for running your business with people, so it's not only a solo agent, but if you envision using any point of leverage to communicate with clients, to get deals done, what should you be serving to both the team members and the clients to make the business that you want? So we go through all of the top team strategies, what they use to rely on to succeed through other people. So it's not just your great listing presentation, but what are the elements of the business, from where do you find the people to serve and how you manage the money within a team environment that doesn't just succeed next year, but keeps going year over year and allows you to serve people at a much higher level with much more consistent service, because you know how to help people succeed together. So Team Builder is around that. If you're curious of how to build a team, that's what Team Builder will do for you next year. So you can begin to chart that course. If you wanted to grow your team with just one administrative assistant, what do you have them do? If you want to grow your team and recruit people to serve clients, how do you grow those people, those individuals, to really deliver the level of service that keeps clients coming back year over year to you, because your vision of leadership and success through real estate is really clear. So that's Team Builder. And if you ever have questions about it, it's a way to really chart out exactly what you'll need to do next year, so that if you wanted to grow a team, it's really predictable.
Awesome. Thank you, Chris. And we'll make sure that I'll put all this information out on the Facebook group, and we'll definitely have it on the calendar. So appreciate it. And again, do not forget that Chris is the Scripps Jedi. He also won. He was the champion during Tech the Halls for the script battle that we had on there. So let's give him a hand for that, since he's on.
Reigning champion right here.
Yeah, he represented us, and he definitely took the crown there. So again, if you want to learn from him and all, when it comes to scripts, he runs it every morning, Scripps Jedi at 7:30 on Zoom. Okay, and that information will be out there. I believe Brandon also has that information, and he's in house right now, so you can grab that from him as well. All righty, thanks a lot, Chris. Appreciate it, bud.
Thank you, guys.
All right, let's keep going. All right, this is the time of year that we kind of tend to, get a little lazy, right?
A little
lazy.
Just shifting focus.
Shifting focus. That's how we put it. Well, we like to shift your focus and be very intentional as we close out 2022 and look to start off 2023 on a great note, right?
So every day, 9 to 10 right now, right, we have a live lead generation, and all we're doing is getting together and we're lead generating together, right? A lot of you all were here this morning, right? We're making calls, we're prepping for open houses, getting door knocking ready, whatever your lead generation is, right? Looking for no's, which is a new focus, right? So think of it like a deck of cards. You're calling, right? And you're pulling a card off the top of the deck. So the more there's 4 yeses in that deck. It's just, where are they, right? So it's kind of a scavenger hunt, as it were. So this new leads for the new year, right? Let's build up that pipeline. This is the last week of December, 26th through the 30th. We're going to be doing lead gen, okay? And it's going to be here in the Morris training room every morning, Monday through Friday, okay? From 9 a.m. to 11 a.m., okay? So come in, have fun, right? And take that week, right? If you're going to be in town, you need to put it towards your business, right? We're asking for 2 hours. You're investing 2 hours in yourself, right? Not in me, not in my business, not in Namesh, not in KW. You're investing it in yourself. 2 hours a day, that's nothing. You guys can do that. So give yourself a late Christmas present. Come on up and let's get some leads. Let's get some appointments and let's build that pipeline for 2023.
And we will be in here.
And
you and I will
in here.
Yeah,
I will be in
here. We'll be in here, guiding you through it, helping you through it, and we'll help each other on it. Right?
Yeah, 100%.
All right.
Who's gonna be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm writing these names down.
All right, Barbara's coming in. All right, so we got Barbara too. All right, so one step further.
You mentioned karaoke.
Oh, I didn't mention karaoke. We made
David, we're kind of like, speaking of karaoke, actually, that could come up, right?
Perfect.
You are awesome, my friend. We're about to, I'm about to take advantage of that line right there. All right, so let's go one step further. So with KW and KW Labs, you got to understand that they're always doing research to provide us with up-to-date information and how we can improve our businesses. All right, so one research results that came to us very recently, and quite honestly, I'm not even sure I'm supposed to share this physically, but I'm doing it anyway. All right, so don't tell anybody. Is the correlation between how many contacts you have. This research is done for Command, but it could be basically any CRM, okay? In Command to how much income you're making. Don't dive deep into this. We're not saying, okay, well, you know, this, that, what are you doing with those? It's simply put as get an X number of contacts in your database, utilize and leverage the system to its capabilities, and how much direct income is in context to that. So let's look at the chart that we got for that, all right? So this number is showing the number of agents at KW, okay, that are at the top of this graph. And the bottom line here is telling you how many number of contacts in Command, okay? And the average income in accordance to how many contacts they have in their database, okay? And the big number we see here is if you have over 200 contacts in Command and are utilizing Command, the average income for that agent is $119,000. I'll let that sink in a little bit. Okay? And then of course, naturally it skyrockets from there. So essentially, the more contacts you have in Command and you're utilizing the system and staying top of mind and staying up to date with those contacts is just going to generate a lot more business. Okay? So let's go a little further. I kind of stole this. So these are all the market centers in our region, and we actually have the numbers of how many agents have 200 or more contacts in their databases, in their Command accounts, okay? But I want to highlight us a little bit. We are right in the middle of the pack of what the average of our region has, okay? And I'm going to be transparent with you. We're at about 21% of our market center has 200 agents, okay? 200 contacts in their database. So what are we going to do about that? Well, as a region, we're having a healthy competition between the market centers to see how many agents that we can get. And guys, I absolutely do not want to lose. Okay, so I've put my mouth there, and I'd like to put my money there as well. All right, so put my money where my mouth is, and I want to double that number before family reunion, meaning I want 40% of our market center at least. I'd love for it to be 100, being a little realistic. All right, I'd love for 40% of our market center to be at 201 contacts or more. All right, so our initiative is KW Club 201. All right, here's where the karaoke comes in, my friend. Okay, all right, so what's our pathway to making 100K GCI or more? Okay, so between now and end of February, our goal is to get you guys to all have 200 contacts or more in your Command database. All right, well, what happens after that? Well, we'll tell you what happens after that. You bring us, myself or Verna or Brad, you bring us your database with 200 plus in there, and guess what? We are going to do the rest for you, okay? We will get all your contacts in your database connected with smart plans and all the other touches that you can make. That way you stay top of mind with them.
It's very interesting that 20 to 21% of our market center has 201 contact, and about 20, you are one of them.
You are one of them.
And about 20% of our market center is who generates the
80%
business.
of the business. Yep.
Yeah.
What do you
Right.
know? What do you
And so there is a huge correlation. So if you're not already currently bringing in over 100K, right? Maybe this can be you. Maybe this can be you.
Maybe.
If you already have, well, I mean, they got to still do the work.
They do have to do that.
Right? So we're not taking away that portion of it.
Absolutely.
We're going to help you and partner with you to help this thing continue to move. So we're matching your effort with an effort, right? You get the 201 contacts plus, and we will match that effort. We'll help you tagging them and put them on the smart plan. If you don't want to wait on us, tag them yourself. We have some suggested smart plans that you can go ahead and put in there and let that stuff start generating early on. Okay? But this is a great initiative. Come be part of the club. We're gonna have some. No, I'm just playing.
We will. No, we're gonna. So basically today,
karaoke.
yeah, I'm announcing it today. Now you're gonna start seeing a lot more stuff thrown at you to help you get there. Okay, we're gonna start having activities, right? We're gonna have a Club 201 events in here, something that's where we'll get kind of creative, and we'll also be providing you with content either through the Facebook group, in team meetings, etc. Right, as we grow this.
And PC has already started this. I want to speak, especially to those folks that are there online. I ain't pointing
Oh, I
at
thought you
y'all.
meant like Adina. Oh.
If you're dual career, please take advantage of this opportunity because your time, we all have 24 hours, right? And we're very limited as to how we can divide those hours. And so this is a leverage tool for you to help you spiral your business into something really, really good. So take advantage.
Yeah, and the idea is that way you can leverage the system to allow you more time.
Absolutely.
So dual careers, I think it's huge for them.
Absolutely.
Good deal. Awesome. Okay, I believe that should be it.
It's about time.
I know. Sorry about that.
Just playing. All right. So our team meeting today is one that I felt was very necessary as we are shifting focus. I just want you to understand that currently, when you're moving from E to P, right? Being entrepreneurial to purposeful, it requires you going beyond some ceilings that you might have. It requires you putting into your business the things that other people don't decide to do during times other people don't take advantage of, right? Because most of the people in here, if you were to take your hand off of your business, if you were to travel, what happens to the business? Goes up, stays the same, goes down, down, right? So we're not quite yet to the point where we have our business flowing, the majority of us, right? I'm not saying everybody, the majority of us, where we have our business quite flowing at a rate that we can step away and really go into that whole 4-quadrant thing that Robert Kiyosaki talks about, right? And staying at that C level. And so that's where we want you to get. And that requires you taking some initiative, getting some grit to get to great. That's actually a book. You can look it up, Grit to Great. It talks about perseverance and some spunk, I guess. And it looks at several successful athletes and business owners and their journey and going from grit to great. Well, we don't have a Michael Jordan to call on, but coming from the stage, no, I'm just playing. We do have our version of that, right? And so today we are honored to learn a little bit from his journey, his experience, and his world on how he's going from grit to great. And this is Robbie Yansky. Please join me in welcoming.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming. Do we have a picture? Oh, there we go. Look at him. Few pictures out there. So, Robbie, thank you so much for coming up and sharing and taking the time to do this. I know that you are very involved in your business, and so we don't take lightly the fact that you came in to share to the rest of us on how you went from good to great. But before all that, some of you guys saw him earlier this year when he was interviewed, and some of you just have seen him kind of out there in the hall. Very few people with red hair, right? So just tell me a little bit about yourself. Who's Robbie?
Robbie is, well, I've been an agent for almost 10 years,
Okay.
and I didn't start here at KW, but I landed here shortly after I got my license and been here ever since. And so my background is construction, land development. My family's owned and operated a sand and gravel company in the small town where I'm from for the last 40 years, and the business has stayed in the family and grown progressively. And I stepped out of that business when I married the wife and moved up here to the Houston area about 10 years ago. And I continued my real estate career in that form. And so that career has kind of progressed and taken off with more of real estate sales, land sales, instead of the development side, and growing the business in that way now with the rental portfolio and looking at other business options and things like that. So suffice it to say, things get busier as you apply yourself and as you put more effort into the businesses that you want to grow.
Absolutely. I love how you said the wife.
The wife,
The wife.
yes.
The wife. Tell us a little bit about some of these pictures. You have some interest here.
So
Pretty interesting.
yeah, whenever you start to do land farm and ranch sales, you got to go bigger. You
Yeah.
can't just have a small placard and a small sign in a front yard and a lot and block in the city. You got to go into more of a billboard style and get creative with how you get them attached and to stay in a place with a lot of wind that happens out in the countryside. I am also actively pursuing my private pilot's license because I list, sell, and assist clients in buying in about a 12 county area throughout Texas. And that ranges from a, 3.5 hour drive one way north all the way to south. And so I'm actively pursuing my pilot's license. That way I can fly around and get things done a little bit faster.
Creflo Dollar. No, I'm just
There
playing.
you go. And there's me in one of the sign shops that I utilize to get some of the larger signs printed. They do a great job of graphics and things like that. So,
Yeah, you're a Texas realtor.
There you go.
Awesome. So why KW? What brought you here?
what brought me here? I heard a lot of good things about it, and the systems and support that we have here are unparalleled in the world. And they just gave a few simple examples of some of the stuff we have with Command, some of the groups that were put together for support and for coming in and lead generating and things like that. And so coming to KW was an easy example, and staying at KW is simply, the benefit is shown every single day because I get business that gets brought to me through KW, and the support system we have around us every day enables us to continue to grow our business at a lot easier pace than somewhere outside trying to do it all yourself. When you have all these systems in place and the people and the support team around you, you can get a lot done. You can get a lot done a lot quicker and more efficiently and more professionally, and grow your business to the level that you want to, add team members, go in any direction you want to, bounce ideas off of each other, collaborate. I mean, the systems are just there, and it helps tremendously.
So I remember when I first saw you, right? There was two things. One, I would see you every day coming in and you would sit into a cubicle, and it was the same cubicle most of the time, every single time. And then I was like, okay, I don't really know who this dude is, but okay, great. And then all of a sudden I learned his name and I had to put the two together. And then I would see a truck that was wrapped with your stuff, a moving truck as well. So those were like my first experiences. But one thing I noted, hands down, most people who know you, was how consistent you came into the office. You stayed here, you were about your business, didn't find you at the parties, didn't find you at stuff, and yet growth was happening year after year after year. You had a small little dip there in 2019, and then explosive growth after that. So walk us a little bit through your business. What did the first year look like for you?
First year in business as a realtor?
As a realtor, here at KW.
Doesn't matter where you start. The first year in business is always tough because you're figuring out the ropes. You're trying to determine what your business should look like and what some of the best practices are, and who can help you with that. And so the first year for me was probably like anybody else's. It was tough until you start to figure those things out, apply yourself, hold yourself accountable, be consistent with the things you know you need to be doing, and reaching out to your database and leveraging your contacts and your leads and the people around you in the office to be able to grow your business and help show you best practices and talk to people, help hold you accountable, things like that. You've got to take those necessary steps in personal growth if you want to see the same for your business growth. And last week, Chad spoke a lot about accountability. And going through this list, he gave a lot of great information. And one of the things that I would have mentioned was, I think this needs to shift more towards the top, because really none of this other stuff matters without being accountable. And my father always instilled in his kids, he said, son, you can do anything in this life you put your mind to. But he left off the caveat, which is you have to do the work. You got to apply yourself if you want those things to happen. And so business moving forward, if you want the growth, you have to apply yourself and hold yourself accountable, and then take the remainder of the steps in that growth.
So let's go back to that first year then. And let's take exactly what you're saying. You started off, it was hard, much like everybody else. What did you put in place to, one, hold yourself accountable, and then start building out the systems that you now have?
Number one, what did I put in place to hold myself accountable? Communication with people that are important to you, that can help you achieve your goals, whether it's somebody here on the team at KW or it's your wife, like my example. I have crucial conversations and communications with my wife, who helps hold me accountable and remind me of what those goals are, so that we can continue to grow the business. What was the second part of your question?
And I guess the systems that you kind of put in place as well.
The systems I put into place, just keep it simple. Just be consistent with your work day and what that looks like. You don't necessarily have to time block, but you need to consider yourself doing what time blocking looks like. Have somewhat of a consistent schedule and coming into the office or setting aside certain blocks of time to do certain things for the business. Everybody's models and schedules and kids and family time is different, but you got to be consistent with those time blocks. And so that's the main system to set into place right there for your business is your time, because that's all you have to utilize to be able to grow everything else and go through those steps.
Absolutely.
So in detail with those systems, to break it down a little bit further with what you're doing with that time, is it double checking best practices and kind of shadowing what other agents in the field in your market that you want to do, what they're doing? Is it jumping on the phone and making phone calls? Is it collaborating with other agents in the office and talking about what your business plans are so that they hold you accountable? Breaking down those steps with your time is all part of those systems.
Yeah, it reminds me of committing to self-mastery, right? Did you know going into this that you wanted to focus on land and different things of that sort, commercial, or where did that shift occur? And what resources did you pull from?
Okay, so shifting into land, farm, and ranch, when I got into this business, I didn't know that it would come as natural to me as it did. And I was year 7 or 8 in the business until I figured out, hey, this is where my true passion lies. Because I had a good client of mine that had a lot he wanted to sell, a small lot. And I did such a great job of marketing that lot and selling it that other sellers noticed, and they sent me business from that. And so the business just kind of took a natural turn in that direction, and I discovered a natural passion for selling land, farm, and ranch because I grew up on acreage, and it's easier for me to visualize, conceptualize, market, sell, talk about, learn about. It's interesting to me, so the business naturally progressed that way.
Sounds like you found your purpose.
I did indeed.
Yeah, yeah. Do you think that made the shift in, did you see that equivalent shift in your business in terms of hard dollars? Like,
Yes.
did it? Okay.
Yes, but I had to hold myself accountable, and I had to put the work in. I saw it as a challenge the first time I got a lot listing because it was a little bit new to me. I didn't know exactly best marketing practices, so I dug in and I did such a great job of that it brought me other business that turned into dollars. But you have to apply yourself and you have to kind of master what you're doing in the details.
Let's stick on that real quick. Most of us, as we are going out there, we're coaching and consulting the agents. One thing that I run across is agents who are waiting for information to come to them. Do you suggest that tactic?
I don't wait for anything to come to me. In delay, Benjamin Franklin or somebody had the saying, in delay, there is no plenty. So you can't wait around for things to happen.
Say that again?
In delay, there is no plenty.
Okay.
So no, I dig in and I take the proactive approach with whatever it is that I'm working on, and you have to focus on that. Try not to get distracted by everything else that comes your way, because once you do the small things right, the big things will come to you, and that turns into dollars.
So one thing I wanted to go into when we talk about turning things into dollars is we did. So I kind of went back and looked at a little bit of your numbers from 2018 on into right now. Had some great things happening in 2018, 2019, a little dip, right? I don't know what necessarily happened. And explosive growth in 2020. What changed?
Communication.
Tell me more.
Communication and holding myself accountable to my goals. I was having better and better conversations with the wife about where we wanted our businesses to go. And she's a great coach in that she broke things down more simplified for me and reminded me that I really just need to focus my time on the 20% that brings the 80% of the business, and then block that out to make that happen. It's as simple as applying yourself and holding yourself accountable. I keep going back to that, but if you want to grow, you got to start with the small steps and focus on that, because you can't focus on the big things because it goes too wide too fast and you find yourself losing time.
So where I saw some people dipping down in their income, not only did you increase your income, you took about 62 listings,
Mhm.
which was almost a 400% jump from the previous years, from buyer to listing. Why listings?
Listings give you leverage, put simply.
Tell me more.
You can go further faster with listings because it brings more business, whereas a buyer constrains you. If you don't have a team, a buyer constrains you to having to show them houses kind of on their schedule and do things that match up with them. In listings, you can set more of your own schedule and time block your own things out to get done in a manner you see fit.
So that was part of your 20%.
Most definitely.
Absolutely. So what's next for you?
What's next for me? 2023 is going to involve more of a stepping back and figuring out how to work on my business instead of in my business. More crucial conversations with my wife and having communications around what growth looks like for us, what our next steps are, what our 5, 10, 20, 50-year goals look like, and trying to map out a plan to work towards those best so that I can break it down smaller and time block day by day to meet those goals. It may include adding a couple of team members. It may include spending more on marketing. I definitely need to dive into my expenses because being transparent, I spend over 100 grand a year on being able to do the GCI number that I do. And a lot of that could probably be trimmed. So it's really going to be
those signs cost a lot.
Yeah, they do. They're not cheap. They're a little bit bigger. So it's really going to be focused on diving in and working more on my business instead of just in the day-to-day business. And I have a transaction coordinator that allows me to continue to grow my business and hold those number of listings. But that my team itself may grow a little bit. It may expand, and I may figure out more ways to improve the processes that I have in place with my clients and my sellers and my buyers, things like that. And of course, KW has all the systems and support already there for me to be able to go down the list and check off the items that I know need to be done in order to grow in the direction that I want to grow and take it that way.
I mean, y'all cringed probably at that number, but you're still within range of 30% of your 30% of your business being expenses, right? So that's awesome. All right. What is something I should have asked you, but I did not?
Something you should have asked me, but that you did not. I don't know. What did you want to ask me?
I pretty much asked what I needed. Y'all have any questions? No, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Does the crowd or anybody have any specific questions that you have for him to help build your business?
How does the 2023 market look for you for land, given what's going on in the housing market?
Land almost parallels residential sales with usually about a 6 to 9 month lag. I don't think we'll see some of the drops in pricing like on the residential side with land because there's still a large number of outside national and international investors that view the Texas land market as quite advantageous to invest in. And so we haven't seen a huge decrease in land pricing as of yet. The 2023 outlook that Texas A&M University will put on will happen either in April or May, and I'm going to attend that with a lot of other brokers and see what they have to say. But overall, the Texas land markets have historically been strong, and the explosive growth that we've been seeing, we don't expect a major slowdown anytime soon. Maybe a stabilization, but not necessarily a huge drop.
If you've been thinking and considering about building your portfolio, that's one area that you want to consider, right? You heard Gary Keller say it, buy dirt. So you see, if investors are coming in here internationally all around, there is gold in that dirt, right? And so I encourage you guys to look into that. If you have any questions about how do you go about doing that, because it's not as easy peasy as just a regular residential deal, for sure, just reach out to Robbie. I'm pretty sure you'll be open to assisting you guys know about some pitfalls to avoid and what else to do to prep yourself,
Always.
Including lenders that are specific to that.
Most definitely, always. I'm easy to find. Yeah. I'm usually around the office and everybody knows where to find me.
Yep, absolutely. Anything else? Anybody else online? No? All right, well, I appreciate it.
Awesome.
Thank you so
much.
You have a good one. And we are actually going to celebrate a couple of people who have done some gritty things as well. Not gritty as in bad, but gritty as in good. What's that for? That was gritty? I'm so glad nobody was watching me. To improve their business and enhance their business and continue to grow their businesses. So we just want to celebrate those people in November who did some great things. And so we have Krista here who will take us through our awards for November.
Awesome. And I get to highlight my very first slide, our top listing agent, Mr. Robbie Yansky. Woo, woo, congratulations. 13 listed units is what we counted. So great job on that. Following Robbie, we had a 6-way tie for second place.
Wow.
So Robbie smoked him, so great job. We got Angela McDaniel, Angie Farish, Nazneen Danani, Shane Kahn, Sharon Parker, and Wanda Pearson tying with second place. Great job, all of our individual agents.
Including a brand new agent.
I know, yeah, I see a new face up there. I
Yes,
love seeing
absolutely.
that. Top teams, we got the Kimbra V team, whoop, whoop, with first place, followed by tie for second with Team Decal, that's Lupita and her husband, and the Duckets, Tony and Vania. Great job, teams.
All right.
And then our top groups, we got the SIA group in first place, tied with the Audra O'Neill team, followed by the BMP team in second. Whoop, whoop. Great job, teams, or groups. And then when you got the units, the volume follows. Our top listing volume individual, Robbie Yansky, with 3.9 million in listed volume, followed by Nazneen Danani with 1.9, Sapna with 1 million, Betty Serrano with just under 1 million, and Angie Farish rounding out the field. Great job to our top individuals.
Great job.
And then our top teams with volume listed, Rajesh and Nita Desai. They must have a commercial deal going. This is just shy of 13 million in listed volume. So, whoo, great job, guys.
Awesome.
Followed by Kimbra V with 1.5 million, the Diaz team in third, the Duckets and Ambassador Real Estate Group, that's Serena Chu, in fifth place for our top teams. Great job, teams. And then our top groups, we got the Audra O'Neill team with 1.7 million in listed volume, the BMP team with 1.2. SAA group with just under 1 million, and fourth place, the Kathy Stubbs team. All right, also listing, then you close them. Way to go, Robbie. First place, closed units, Robbie Yansky. And then we had a tie for second with the rest of these. I haven't counted them out, but yeah, here we go. Jamie Castens, Angela McDaniel, Angie Farish, Bung Yu Choi, which is a new name on the board, Imelda Pradhan, Lyle Mugi, Myrna Sharp, Sahar Khatib, and Shamsha Ali.
Wow.
Great job to our individuals.
Great job.
And then we got our top teams, Ambassador Real Estate Group and Diaz team tied for first place with 5 closed units, followed by a tie for second place with 4 teams, Akil Properties Group, Candace Warner team, Kimbra V team, and the Investor Group.
Yeah.
Woo-hoo! All right, then we're top groups. We got a first place tie with the SIA group and the BNP team with 8 units. And then second place was Audra O'Neill team with 7. Congratulations, groups. All right, and then adjusted closed volume, Nazneen, congratulate her. She closed a very large commercial transaction last month. Way to go, Nazneen. It was over 12.5 million in adjusted closed volume for her last month. So she got first place, followed by Jamie Castens with 1.5 million, Sapna Patel with 1.2, Mr. Robbie Yansky with 1.1, and Lyle Mugi with under 1 million. Congratulations to our top individuals. And then our top teams, we got the Kimbra V team leading the way with 1.1 million in adjusted closed volume. The Investor Group with just under 1 million. The Candace Warner team in third place. Akil Properties Group, way to go, Akil. And Ambassador Real Estate Group in 5th place for our top teams. Way to go, top teams.
Awesome.
And our top groups, we had the BMP team with 2.6 million in adjusted closed volume, followed by the Audra O'Neill team with 1.3. And just a reminder, adjusted closed volume is based on a 3% commission. So it kind of evens the playing field for concessions and all of that stuff. So great job to our top groups. And then our Triple Crown Award, which is one of my favorites. To qualify, you have to be an individual agent and you have to have 3 or more closings in the same month. So we had 3 people that qualified. We had Sahar Khatib, Robbie Yansky, and Lyle Mugi. Congratulations. Woo! And you can live a really big life on 3 a month.
Yes,
I can say.
absolutely.
Should you choose. All right, then we got our cappers, right? Mahado capped last month. Way to go. Woo-hoo! Congratulations on capping. And then we also had Heather Lowry who
First
capped last month. Way to go, Heather.
She's not here. She's online.
Sapana Patel who capped last month. Way to go, Sapana. Tasha Hippolyte who capped. Way to go, Tasha. Kimbra V also capped last month. Congratulations. And Nazneen Zanani. Woohoo!
Great job, everybody.
When you close them, you cap. That's how that works.
That's it.
Way to go. All right. And then also celebrating our first closing with KW was Perry Holly Smith.
Yay,
Way to go,
Perry.
Perry. Congratulations. I think she's also working on getting another one closed
There
this
she
month.
is.
So way to go, Perry. And then we love to recognize our Killeversaries. So we know that as realtors, you have a choice at where you hold your license and where you do business. And we are so honored and privileged, and we love it when you choose to do business with us every year.
Absolutely.
So celebrating our 1-year Killeversaries, we have Majid Akhtar, Samantha Alanis, Celeste Calvert, Kieran Caridia, Shauna Lewis, Doris Lynn, Denise Mason, Vu Wen, Jonathan Nunez, celebrating 2 years, Firdaz Akbari on the BMP team, Zandra Boutte, Robbie Jones on the Kathy Stubbs team, Logan Knight, Chad Mitchell, Vinny Nayak, Karen Powell, 3 years, Layla Azargun, Cynthia Contreras, Hadi Zadi, 4 years, Laura and Dwayne Parks, Sherwin Joes. He's actually been with us much longer, but that's how long he's been licensed. Mike Day, woo woo, Mike Day, yep. 5 years, Salima Damani and Sandra Su. 6 years, Justin Crosby. 8 years, Tony Williams. 11 years, Linda Day, woo woo, Linda. Also 11 years, Joanna Grenader and Nick Helms. So awesome, thank you so
guys.
much. And I wanted to throw in, if you don't mind, right?
Please.
As we're talking about awards, I also want to talk a little bit about the shift in the market. Does anyone feel there's a shift in the market? Have you heard the term shift in the market? For our newer realtors, you may have heard it, may not quite understand what it means. For our experienced realtors, you may say, yes, I'm feeling it, or no, I'm not feeling it. What are we seeing in our numbers, right? I just wanted to read off a couple of numbers for you because I get the month numbers and I think that they're pretty interesting. So looking at our language of real estate report for, it's a third party that grabs these from the MLS, right? So in HAR, all of HAR, the listed volume last month was, anyone want to get, or not volume, units. How many units do you think were listed last month in HAR? Anybody want to offer a guess in all of HAR? I think it was like more than 1,000.
I'll say 1,500. Maybe.
More than 1,500, more than 5,000. There were 11,700 listed units in all of HAR. That's a lot, right? Like there's still a lot of business to be had. In our area specifically, which is Fort Bend, there was 1,146.
Okay.
So just to give you an idea of where some of those are. If you compare that to last year,
was
it
gonna
is
ask.
down a little bit, right?
Okay.
All of Houston last year was over 12,000, so 12,200. And then for our area was 1,183. So that's not
very
a huge
close.
dip right
No.
there, right? So the business is still there, right? Okay, so let's go to closed units because that also is a telling story here. So if you look at closed units total, this includes buys and sells. All of HAR, anybody want to guess what was closed last month? We know what was listed, that was 11,000. 7, 8, I heard 10, 14,000, 190. So there's still closings that are happening, right? In our area, 1,500. So 1,524 was what closed last month in all of in Fort Bend. All of HAR was over 14. If you compare that to last year, in the month of November, all of HAR was over 20,000. So yeah, there's a little bit of a dip there, right? Although there's still a lot of business to be had. That's the point that I'm trying to make. In Fort Bend last year, it was 2,600. but this year was 15. So there's still a lot, right? And the difference is if you come into a shifting market thinking like a top realtor, right? If that's where you want to be, that's what you want to think like, right? So a top realtor, we had our agent leadership council meeting yesterday, and I got to listen to our top agents talk about the market and what are they doing and how do they view it. And I really enjoyed listening to Kathy Stubbs speak because she talked about how when she sees the market get this way, she gets excited. Why do you think she gets excited? Yeah, spoken like somebody who has seen it, right? So there's opportunity for the people that are doing the activities with a skill set, right? When the market has a lot of units, people can get by with maybe not having a lot of skill. But when it gets to be a little bit tighter, the ones with the skill are going to take one of those 15,000 units. So how do you get the skill? Come to training, get plugged in, be around others, and practice your skill. So we have an amazing accountability, yes. And one of the greatest ways to have that accountability is to speak out loud what you intend to do, your goals, write it down to somebody who is going to ask you about it later or maybe meet you. Chad always says when he works out, the only time that it's really effective is when he tells somebody, hey, meet me at the gym. And then he gets up to go to the gym, not because he wants to work out, because he doesn't want to let that person down because he knows he's going to be expecting him there, right? So if you are intending to do the activities, come to the office, tell somebody and have them meet you. We're doing a great scripts practice. The other thing that Kathy said, and she said, I don't really publicize this. She kind of joked, and I'm going to share with you what she said in our Agent Leadership Council meeting. The greatest opportunity to get listings is between Christmas and New Year's, because everybody's home. Everyone is home. So you don't have to work the entire week, right? All we're asking is 2 hours a day, not all day, but every day. If you could only take 2 hours a day and come in the office and completely set up your 2023 on a good note, wouldn't it be worth it? Anyways, so there's my little soapbox there. I gave you a plug, Brad.
Right.
Here
New
we go.
leads for the new year.
Yeah, so think like a top producer. Take advantage just a little bit every day, and then take some time with your kids. Take some time to enjoy the holiday. Take a little bit of time every day to work on your business. Okay, that's what I have.
Appreciate it. Thank you so much, Krista. Right, 2 hours. All right. Well, I'm not going to go back through the slides to get back to this portion of it. But if our business partners can come on through. So look at that. She's the numbers lady, right? So she's helping you guys. She sees it at the back end. She's telling you what you need to do on the front end to get to that back end. So we appreciate you for doing that and sharing that. Is it today?
What?
No, I thought I saw.
And I was almost too tired to come up here.
You don't have anything to
I
say?
see Dale. He's on the phone over there. Oh, here's Dale.
coming?
I'm
Okay.
here first. Ha ha. Hi guys, I'm Melissa Lima, patent title downstairs. Same thing with the listings down and the skilled realtors are the one getting the business. Same with the title company. I know we're like Houston wide, our numbers are low for title companies, but for me, I've had the best few months. And the reason is because I have skill and I have knowledge and I have everything that those other title, they might have a credit card and they can go get you some donuts and cookies and all that stuff, but I have actual skill and I have actual knowledge. So if you ever need me, I'm here. You know my number. If not, go downstairs and get it. I have some cards here, but challenge me, ask me things. We have a doc prep department that can get you docs, which I'm going to talk to Renee about, where she has a client with an LLC that's going to switch from one LLC to different companies into LLC. We can do that. We have a doc prep department that can handle all of that. So we just move it on over to them and they handle it, and it's a small fee. So we have A to Z. Ask me if there's something you need. I got it. I got it right here in my tool belt.
All right.
And I'm tired, y'all. I'm ready for the holidays to be over. So I have my fun fact. It's just about that. It's about, I'm all over the place. I have different roles and I'm at different companies. I was at South Central yesterday and they have their Christmas party tomorrow. I've had like 4 company Christmas parties along with Patent Title Christmas party, and that's a real fun time. So I'm exhausted, but my fun fact is Tom Hanks played 6 different roles in the Polar Express. In addition to voicing the conductor, Hanks also played Hero Boy, Father, Hobo, Scrooge, and Santa Claus. And that seems like me right now and all of us trying to do 10 different things, but I'm here if you need me.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Wanted to talk about a little bit what's going on in the market right now. The Federal Reserve is due to talk this afternoon. Barring that the guy doesn't say something that's just completely crazy, it seems like the market's kind of reacted, already anticipated where we are. And so the reason I bring that up is it appears that what rates are doing right now are going to remain a little bit stable. Again, if the chairman decides that he puts some word out there that makes the investors nervous about the direction that the economy is going, the market could crater and we could see rates go up. So right now rates are fantastic. Shouldn't be a reason for your buyers to avoid buying something. It's going to offset, if they wait longer and the values continue to go up on the house, that's going to offset much more what they're going to be out of pocket versus what they would save a little bit in rate. So talk is rates are going to continue to come back down. We have seen a lot of mortgage companies that have gone out of business. I don't know if any of you guys are aware or you've dealt with loan officers at some other lenders that are out there that are now out of a job. If you have relationships with some great loan officers out there, we would love to talk to them. We're here, we're local, we're strong. We haven't spent a lot of money on unnecessary office spaces and things like that are causing some of these companies to have to shut down. So we'd love to be able to talk to some loan officers that you've had in the past. This is a fantastic time of year to let everybody know what you do as a business. Your family is an incredible source that can help support your business. Let them know what you do at Christmas time. Instead of talking about turkey, go talk about how many houses that you could take them out and show them over the holidays. So a great opportunity for your business. Thank you all. Have a great holiday. We're here to help you. We can do anything. Thank you. Yeah, you're welcome.
And then finally, we have the Green Air guy here today. Where'd he go? Yeah, we do like him. Well, he is our lunch sponsor for the day. Jim Green, where'd he go? He took a call, I guess. Yeah, okay. Tell us a little bit about him.
Jim, I actually had him out to my house and we used him last year, I think it was. And yeah, it was so bad. We had a water heater leak, right? And it came down, got into the ceiling, went down the staircase. Anyways, a little bit of a mess. And so I had him come out and he looked around and they do a little mold test. And they found mold residue in 2 rooms. And so he kind of coached me through about, let's go ahead and get this insurance claim in. And they worked with the insurance and they did the repair. It was so fast. It was professional. The guys were careful, like not to drag dirt in the house or whatnot. And then when you walk in afterwards, it smells so clean. And until it smells like you again. But
Right.
It was so nice. And I just really appreciate the job that they did. He was very professional and I felt really comfortable with him. So.
There's like almost no smell that they can't get out, right? So they're very proficient in what they do. So reach out
And
to him.
he said
Yeah.
too, if you ever have a client and you hear of something like, they walked into a house that was vacant and there was like a dead cat or something just really bad, he likes those jobs.
Yeah.
He wants those jobs.
He's
They're
the
like
stinky air
somebody
dude.
who smoked in the house for years and years and years, right? Yeah. So call him. He'd love to help.
And not only that, I think some of the value he brings is in educating you as well. Because I think one of the last times he was here, he was talking about the air scent things that you plug in, your plugins, and how volatile those things really can be to your health. So he looks into the health of the home itself and not just, things that are stinking and are just offensive to the smell. So good dude to be in contact with. This is his contact information. I'm pretty sure if he pops in here while you guys are eating, we'll give him an opportunity to say something. But other than that, we're going to wrap up this meeting. We appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for the testimony. That's one of the best things out there. So what's one thing you're taking away from our meeting? Lunch.
Thanks, Akil.
Thanks, Akil. One word. I just need one word.
201.
More conversations, commitment,
Accountability.
Y'all have a good one.
That was 3 words, by the way.
Well, people gave me their one words.
Nobody said 201. 201. Come on.
Nobody said 201.